Everyone, it is so good to see you. Welcome to KREM News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin the show with a look at weather because it is warming up quickly, and by warming up, I mean it's going to get hot. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick, you're back from vacation. Welcome back, my friend.
Yeah, thank you very much, Laura. Glad to be back, and glad to be back in an area that's a little less humid. I spent a week in Minnesota, and yeah, the humidity was climbing out there. Back here, this is just fantastic summer weather. Perfectly blue skies, nice low humidity, very enjoyable weather. Just make sure to grab the sunglasses and a bit of sunscreen for the back of the neck, that's for sure. 80 degrees is what we just hit as of this noon hour. You see it already in the low to mid 80s across central Washington, as hot as 85 already in Lewiston, and we are not done there. The rest of the afternoon has sunny skies, and yeah, about 86 to 88 degrees I think will be our expected high temperature for today. And this is still an upward trend that we are experiencing, so it's not even the hottest days yet this week. But that hot and dry weather has now prompted red flag warnings. Those, of course, representing high to critical levels of fire danger. This for the Cascade regions, if you notice there. So not for the inland Northwest, but obviously indicative of the season starting to get underway. So just make sure that you're not doing anything too silly when it comes to starting wildfires, because they can spread fast when conditions are exactly like this. So we're going to be under a pretty hot weather pattern. However, we will have our fair share of showers and storms. That's the green shades that you see in the long-term forecast. So we'll go over our next chance of rain and storms and when to expect that, all coming up in a couple minutes.
Right, my friend, thank you. With the new dog park coming to Spokane, city officials are now asking for the community, all of you, to get feedback on what design folks would like to see. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones telling us how we can all give our input.
Well, yeah, what we know is that tonight a special meeting will be taking place that's designated as a dog park design workshop. And basically that just means it's an opportunity for the community to get involved and to hear what may be planned and to provide their input as well on what they would to see. So tonight the workshop kicks off at 6 p.m. at Cooper Elementary. What you can expect is 3 design concepts that will be shared. They weren't able to share that with us quite yet, but residents will get a first-hand look at what those designs will look like. Workshop participants will also be asked to weigh in on their preferences and rank their desired amenities they would like to see in a local dog park. According to the Parks and Rec Department, the designs that will be shared include strategies to promote safety and reduce impact to neighbors and the environment.
We're reaching out back into the neighborhoods, we're reaching back out into the community and having that dialogue and that next big step in renovating our neighborhood parks, community parks, and special attractions like dog parks.
So earlier this year, the park board approved this new dog park location to be located along Upriver Drive in northeast Spokane near Beacon Hill and Minnehaha. At this point, a timeline on the construction hasn't been established yet, but the city says completion depends on permitting requirements. There is hope, however, that by the end of this year, the dog park will be ready to go for community and residents and dogs to use. Reporting in Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Brandon, thank you. And looking ahead, the Spokane City Council is set to discuss whether the Spokane Police Ombudsman can launch an investigation into the police chief. So the police ombudsman is authorized to investigate the police department as a whole, but not specifically the police chief. Under city code, any investigation into the police chief must be approved by the mayor and investigated by the city's human resources department. The new ordinance would change the law so that the ombudsman can indeed conduct independent investigations. This comes after Spokane Chief Craig Meidel was accused of giving special access and information to downtown business owners. Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward opposed launching an investigation into the allegations. The emergency ordinance is scheduled for a vote at the next City Council meeting. That's coming up Monday, June 12th. And this is coming new in the last 12 hours. Major crimes detectives are continuing to investigate a shooting that happened on Saturday in Spokane Valley. Police say a man was seen shooting at 2 people in 2 separate incidents. He then ran into a nearby apartment. SWAT teams arrived and surrounded that apartment, but when they entered, no one was inside. This afternoon, detectives say they are working to identify the suspects and any potential victims in this case. Meanwhile, the man arrested in a standoff on the South Hill last week has been charged with murder. Ryan Shawls appeared before a judge for the first time yesterday. Shawls is accused of shooting a man near Hamilton and East North Hills last month. Our team is making phone calls to find out if the murder charge is connected to the shooting. We do know Shawls is a convicted felon who has been arrested at least 3 times this year. An 8-year-long mystery is over thanks to DNA and forensic genealogy. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office said that skull fragments found by a fisherman on the Spokane River belonged to a man who was murdered in 2015. Brent Snow was reported missing by his family in December of that year, again 2015. His body had never been found, but thanks to funds from the federal government, investigators were able to prove through DNA testing that those skull fragments do indeed belong to Snow. Prosecutors believe Snow was murdered despite not knowing where his body is. 4 people have already been tried, convicted, and sentenced to prison for their role in his death.
And what amazes us and her is none of you, not one, shedded tears or seemed remorseful for what you'd done.
The lab used in the testing has played a role in identifying at least 3 people from the inland Northwest this year alone. The mother of Ethan Chapin, one of the 4 University of Idaho students murdered in November, does not plan to attend the trial of the man accused of those murders. She told NBC News yesterday, no matter what happens at the trial, quote, "It does not change the outcome of our family and its energy that we need to put into healing our kids." She recently wrote a children's book called The Boy Who Wore Blue. It's a nod to when Ethan was a baby. A portion of the profits from the sale of that book will go to a foundation called Ethan's Smile. It awards scholarship to students in Skagit Valley, Washington, who do plan to attend the University of Idaho. Also this week, the family of one of the other victims, Kaylee Gonsalves, still intends to celebrate their late daughter's birthday. They want to encourage others to do what they love. So this Thursday is called Kaylee J Day, a day where people can honor her life and legacy by purposefully doing something they love to do. People can share how they are celebrating Kaylee's day by using the hashtag KayleeJDay on social media.